I am back outside with two of my favorite YouTubers and my friends, Brittani Louise Taylor and SwiftKarateChop Matthew. And let me tell you, this is going to be the highlight of the show for me. I saw on paper that I was going to be with you, and I swear it was worth the entire trip just to sit here with you.
Aren't you crazy?
I am a little crazy. But this is, you know, so we're highlighting Beatbullying, their organization. And I know you two are here. We'll start with you, Brittani, because both of you have been bullied, so you know what it's like to be bullied. So, you know, tell me, what's your story of growing up and what happened? What's your story?
Well, I think I was from a small town, so it was hard to make friends in the first place. But I would get like invited to sleepovers, and they pour nail polish on me while I was sleeping. And I was always tall and skinny, so people automatically assumed that I had an eating disorder or whatever. I mean, I gained 5 pounds and it doesn't go anywhere because I'm 6 feet tall. So I know people write horrible things on my car in high school, and
oh my God.
No, they would write like
so
spoiled.
How did you deal with it in high school? What do you do when somebody writes something on your car? What did you do? How did you handle it?
Well, my mom always said to me, she's like, the only reason I can think is that everything happens for a reason. And it's like, you know, you almost have to thank those people because they're making you stronger. Because I don't think I could have moved out to LA by myself if I hadn't gone through that. And I think it's just all about, if someone comes up and they attack you, if you don't acknowledge it and you just smile, they want a reaction. So if someone's bullying you and being mean to you, it's like once you realize that they'll move on to someone else because misery loves company. They want to make you miserable. And when they don't succeed at making you miserable and you know they say, oh, you look ugly, you're like, thank you. That's the best compliment I've ever received in my life. Then they're like, okay, she's a little weird, I'm gonna leave her alone. I am a little weird. But,
so Matthew, what's your story? How you grew up in the South, didn't you?
Yes, I'm from Alabama. Mine is actually both spectrums. At one point in my life, I was the bully. My parents were getting a divorce. I was just dealing with a lot of things, and I was acting out, trying to get attention, and I was just a bad kid, basically. And I knew it. I knew it deep down inside, and I went and talked to a counselor, actually, and was like, hey, like, you know, this is what's going on in my life. Like, you know, I don't want to be the bad guy, you know? I'm just venting out. And then on the complete opposite spectrum, I moved around a lot. And I moved to a new school, and I was a new guy, and didn't have any friends. I was also different. So
not you, I
know, right? Just us YouTubers.
I know.
But
don't you both find that the internet and YouTube specifically is a wonderful place for people to be? And so many people who necessarily wouldn't have been accepted in real life, suddenly they've got this huge following, and you can build an audience.
Yeah, everyone on YouTube is like they've at some point in their life felt isolated because they feel okay being in this alternate reality where there are friends. I've never met you, but we connect in a different way because we know what it is. Yeah.
Be yourself to maximum capacity because there's someone else out there in the entire world like you.
Exactly. You know? And YouTube is a safe place, and this is a Project for Awesome is a good example of being yourself. But it's a place where you can be yourself and you can make a living doing it, and you can make a difference by being yourself on camera. And there's a girl watching at home right now who is skinny and getting picked on, and she's looking at you saying, it's going to get better. So what's your message to the kids at home who are getting bullied? What would you say to them right now? Because they're watching.
You need to thank people that they're doing that to you because that it's only making you a tough person. So I think when you go through that and you survive, you're going to be able to come into any situation and have self-confidence because when you've gone through people being horrible to you and rejection, it feels normal. Right. So if you go out in life and you don't get a job, you're like, oh, okay.
So to the girl who graffitied Brittany's car, look at me now, bitch. So Matthew, as a former bully, what do you say to people out there who are bullying and who are even logging onto YouTube and writing derogatory, hateful things to people? What do you say as a former bully to the bullies out there?
I'm a very firm believer in karma. And for me, when I was doing bad things were happening. I wasn't doing good in school, which means I was going home and I was getting paddled like no other. So now, you know, it's all about karma. So I feel like if you're doing the bullying, then maybe you should talk to somebody because there is something going on with you, you know?
I think we gotta understand with bullies too, is that I think that people are bullies because they're hurting.
Yes,
so when
they're venting the wrong way.
It doesn't mean that they necessarily don't like you. It's like they're taking their own pain and they're shoving it on you.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys a little about Beatbullying, just to give you an example. So we're going to roll a clip in a moment of a girl who actually Beatbullying really helped her, and you'll hear that in a second. But for an example, the Beatbullying, they would love for you guys to tweet your leaders, Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg, if you're in the UK, or President Obama, and say, what are you doing about bullying? And, you know, ask them what they're doing to tackle bullying. And also also upload a video and tag it Beatbullying and P4A. Again, that's everything we're doing today. P4A, little sign language for you. And just so you know, the money you're donating to this organization, $20, 13 pounds, could keep the Cyber Mentor service online for another hour. So think of the people who are logging onto this wonderful site and they need someone, and you're really directly helping that with your donations. So thank you. And thank you guys for being here.
Yeah,
check out these guys on YouTube, and here is a true story of a girl who was very successful from beatboxing. Boom, 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 boom.